Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. If it's fresh, if it's organic, if it's made daily, artisanally, then it's got to be Daily Dose Radio. This is the finest Bible bistro on the internet. Daily Dose Radio, 5 minutes a day. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we ask. Join me today as I look at Psalm 121, verses 2 and 3. 2 and 3 give us, well, the answer to the question in verse 1. So you really can't read 2 and 3 without having read verse 1. So let me just read all three verses for you. And this will be Psalm 121, beginning with verse 1 and going through verse 3. I will lift up my eyes to the mountains. From where does my help come? My help is from the Lord, He who made heaven and earth. He will not give your feet to slip. He who keeps you will not slumber. So you can see why you can read verse 2 by itself. My help is from the Lord, He who made heaven and earth. That's fine. But together with verse 1, you get the question and the answer. So where does it come from? My help. I need help. Do you need help? You see, if you need help, then there's one place to go. There's one source. Cast all your care on Him, for He cares for you. Make your supplication known unto Him. Bring it all. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, make your request known unto God. You see, if I have need, then I need help. And if I need help, then what's my source? Am I depending on me? Or am I depending on someone else? Or am I depending on my source and my supply? You see, as I return with this ascent psalm, I'm coming back to the Lord. And really, all of these psalms lead us back to our devotion. Sometimes we step away from our devotion, you know. We come apart from it. It's almost like we become a different person because we've stepped away from that thing which makes us real. And it's not really that it's gone. It's just that we've not paid any attention to it. We've not allowed the Holy Spirit to actively work. So, not that we can keep Him from actively working, of course, but, you know, it's us that moves. Our attention sometimes gets caught by the shiny thing. And so in these ascent psalms, they're teaching us about coming back to the Lord. So here, I'm looking to the mountains. I know that back there is where my help is. The Lord is there, and I'm headed there. So I ask myself the question, from where does my help come? Well, the answer to that question is, my help is from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. So if I need something, guess what? My source happens to be the Creator of all things. So there is no anxiety left. I can rest in the fact that my helper is the Lord, who made heaven and earth. And, notice verse 3, He will not give your feet to slip. So, I don't know if you recall this or not, but earlier in the Psalms, we looked at Psalms that talked about the wicked and their feet, how the Lord sets them in slippery places. Here, we notice that the righteous man, and that's who we're talking about here, the righteous man's feet don't slip because the Lord doesn't allow that. He doesn't give it. He doesn't place them in a spot where it's slippery. He keeps. And now we begin to see that theme of keeping creeping up on us here in this 121st Psalm. He who keeps you will not slumber. And we're going to see the word keep in verse 4, in verse 5, twice in verse 7, and in verse 8. So it's a very important theme that we'll trace throughout the remainder of this particular psalm. The Lord is keeping, and He begins our keeping right here with our feet. He's not going to put us in slippery places. He's not going to allow us to fall. He's going to keep us because we're coming back. He doesn't want us to fall now. He wants us to come back to Him. So our feet, our steps are firm. He keeps us. And He doesn't sleep. He's watching, He's walking, He's protecting the whole way back. So I hope you'll be on this journey with us as we return to the Lord on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.